All right, y'all. I'm finna get right into this video because y'all can't believe I just recorded a whole video and well, it didn't really record. I thought it was recording and it didn't. So I just sat through this whole thing, answering these Q&As and nobody will see it. So I'm redoing it. So I'm just finna try to do this real fast because I really don't feel like doing it no more. But I've been holding this off for so long. So it's like I gotta do it. So for the people that's here and you don't know me, because most of the people probably coming from my social media, because y'all ask these questions and now I'm finally gonna answer them. So for the people that don't know me, my name is Ray Love. I'm 22 years old. I got a clothing brand it's called 8 Mode Apparel. I'm gonna keep it real short because everything else you need to know, I'm probably gonna answer it in these questions today. So let's get straight to it. First question is, what's the hardest part of being an entrepreneur? Well, in my eyes, I feel like the hardest part of being an entrepreneur is probably juggling your finances. Um, you got to know, especially when you first start out and you got a job. So it's like, how much money should I take from this paycheck that I'm getting from my job and put into my business? Because I still need money to provide and pay the bills and everything. So, I mean, that's probably the hardest part. Second part, especially in my field, is probably getting that traction, starting, having people that buy from you, and just building that clientele. And it's probably the same for other people too, but that's probably the hardest part for me. Next question is, what motivates me to run my brand? To be honest, the main people that motivate me to run my brand is my customers. Because it could be days that I'm down and I feel like I'm not getting enough sales. My sales been down. I ain't had a sale all week. And then that one customer DM me, oh, I just brought this. I love the product. It's this, it's that. And then it just boost you back up and make you feel good. Um, Second is my family, my friends, my girlfriend. They all behind me. They all buy my products. They send me random encouragements. So they always behind me. So I can say I got a good support system. So they motivate me too. Next question is, where do I see myself in 5 years? Well, in 5 years it'll be 2027, so it's like I'll be 27 years old. Maybe I'll have a kid, have a little family or something. Hopefully, 8 Mile has become like 10 times better, reaching that multi-million dollar company status. And then I can just sit back, relax, vacation, invest, start new businesses, stuff like that. Next question is, was it hard finding a logo? Um, no, not really. Because I didn't really find it. I had an idea of what I wanted for my logo, and it was the ape, of course. So I found the ape, and I sent it to this girl that do logos, and I said, "Can you make an ape similar to this? And then can you add a crown and some blood and a little extra stuff in the eyes and on the mouth and stuff?" And she did it. She did it exactly how I wanted it, and it seems like everybody else like it, so it's doing pretty well. And then for my word logo, um, that person actually did it exactly how I wanted it too. Um, I just told them I want it in like a slimy type font, the apparel under the 8 Mode, of course, everything capital. And he brought that to life for me. He got it done real quick, like 2 days. That could be a topic for another video. I can show y'all where I got everything done at, how I did this and that. Basically, I mean, that could be like comment below in the comments and let me know if y'all want to see something like that. Next question is the meaning behind ECMO. Well, to be honest, first thing I say to people is like the meaning is really in the word. It's like whatever you do, go 8 mode. Like try your best, go your hardest. The 3 words and values that I go by is like power, strength, and confidence. If you do that, and when you put that on, that's how I want you to feel. So that's really all it is behind 8 mode. Next question is, do I have any inspiration? Well, in the fashion industry, no. Clothing wise, no. But I can say like my mom and dad, they could be an inspiration for me. Um, when I growing up, they were like they was like hustlers. They had businesses, and they brought me up in that. My dad had a clothing store, a candy store. In his clothing store, I worked there after school. So it was like I already had that in my head. It was like I want my own. I don't want to work for nobody else. During the day, like on the weekends, outside this store, I was selling popcorn, lemonade, candy, and all that type of stuff. So I always had the hustle mindset. So I mean, they instilled that to me. So I could say they my inspiration behind this. Next question, which is a wild question, but I gotta answer it. My boy he asked me this. This is the only question I remember who asked because it's the wildest question out here. But I'm gonna answer it. And y'all not gonna believe me when I say it, but it's the truth. He said, "How many tried the for some 8 mode?" Answer, like from what I think, I don't think nobody ain't that bold, but I do be getting flirts here and there. But ever since I got a girlfriend, they don't even be flirting no more, so they know what's going on. But ain't nobody ever tried to, you know what, for some 8 mode. Probably when I get that designer level, these $60 hoodies gonna be 200 one day, and y'all gonna wish y'all got them for 60. But then that's when they might start. But I'ma still have a girl, so it's out of luck. Anyway, next question: would you ever open a store? Of course, I feel like anybody that's in my field and even other fields that you would have an opportunity to open a storefront, you would want a storefront. But at this point, where I'm at right now, I wouldn't want one because it's like I'd rather just be all online. It's more freedom online. In the storefront, I gotta be in there because I'm doing all right, but I'm not all right to where I'm gonna just be paying multiple employees all the time when I'm free, so I could really be in there, but I prefer not to be. So it's like when I get to that bigger level, when I can pay multiple employees, of course, you'll be seeing the AMO in your city. Okay, my camera cut off on me again, but I caught it. It only cut me off on one question, so I'm finna double back on that question. It's like they don't want to see you win. But how much money did I start with? I started with 250, and that gave me 20 T's. Three of the T's was my 8 mode letter logo. Then the rest of the T's was just the 8 logo in the left chest. So it worked out for me. It kind of started off slow, but shit, you see where I am today. So it went all right for me. It's doing all right. Next question is, do I still work a job? Um, no, I don't. I quit about a year and a half ago. It was just, it was an alright job, but it's like I just can't work. Like I don't like working for other people, and like that last month, last 2 months, I was just having thoughts like I gotta leave. I can't do it no more. So I just put a little plan together, and it's like I'm putting all my checks into 8 mode. I started making new designs, coming up with different ideas. I put all the money into 8 mode, and I probably only had like 200, $250 just for myself, and everything literally got paid and went into 8 mode. And I guess eventually it worked out for me because a year and a half in, and I'm still not working. So hopefully things can stay like that and get even better. So because my camera keep cutting off, there's only 3 questions left. Last question is the question everybody wants to know, like my most asked question. But we're gonna get to that. Um, but I'm gonna push these last two into one question: brand ambassadors and models. Or am I looking for them? It's both a complicated situation because it's like I want it to be a win-win for both parties, and I haven't come to like a complete idea on how I could do that, specifically for the brand ambassadors. So I'm coming up with a plan, and eventually, hopefully by the end of the year, I'll have something put together and then work out for both sides. In regards to the models, it's kind of like I want it to be the same faces on my page just for now. But of course, things go better. So now I just got myself and three other ladies, my niece, my girlfriend, and my other niece, Nakaya, Katie, Nevaeh, and occasionally my sister. But my sister, she got her own clothing store, so she don't get to model like that. But of course, I want other people, and there's other people that reach out to me, but it's just a complicated situation right now. But as 8 Mode grow, people will grow with me, and I'll bring more people onto the team. But this is how it is for now. But when that time comes, I will reach out to people regarding brand ambassadors and models, and I'll be making posts. All right, this is the question everybody wanted to know. The most asked question I get asked this so much. Like, I'd be rich if I had $1 for every time somebody asks me this. Advice with a manufacturer, vendors, and that sort. Can I can I have your vendor? I'm gonna start off with that one. Can you have my vendor? Not to be mean, but no. I prefer everybody to like start with their own, cause like why wouldn't you want your own? Like why would I give you what I built? Like of course he was already dealing with other people, but now he mainly deal with me, and that's how I want it to be. You should want a factory that's only producing your stuff, or mostly producing your stuff, and then they dealing with a couple other people. But if they dealing, you shouldn't want a manufacturer that everybody got, because then that's just slowing up your production time. I can get, I can put in a 50-piece order. That's not a lot, but it's decent, and I can have that. If I put it in Monday, I'm gonna have it by next Monday, and he overseas, because that's how quick he is, and he not dealing with a lot of people, so that's a plus. If you dealing with a manufacturer that everybody got, yeah, he might be good, but it's people out here, it's other people that's out here good, and he ain't got no clientele, so you gotta find that person. Find the person with no clientele and that's good, and that's good for your brand, because my person could be good for me but he's not good for you. So I look at it like that. I never ask for nobody. It could be Versace. They got their manufacturer out for free. I'm not taking it. I want my own. So I just feel like that's how it should be. But I do get DMs from manufacturers and on WhatsApp and Instagram. They always reach out to me. I wouldn't mind giving those out, but I haven't used them before, so it's like it's a wishy-washy situation. But I wouldn't mind giving those out. But I do mind giving mine out. And it's not any hard feelings, and it's not knocking down nobody. Because I don't mind giving out any type of free game, but I just can't give you my supplier. And that's just how it is. And I hope nobody don't take it the wrong way, because it's all love. I help anybody out. My DMs are always open. I help you out any type of way. I can't help you out by having you in my factory. And that was the final question. I hope that helps everybody out. And if it's any more other questions, any questions, because I did skip questions, and there was more questions. If I can make a part two, but I'm gonna end it off here. So if you got any more questions, DM me. Both of my Instagrams will be in the bio. I'm gonna try to put it on the screen. I'm not that good with editing, and y'all can DM me on there or put them in the comments, and maybe we'll make a part two. Appreciate y'all.